didn't quit. You're really like against all odds. You're doing something that no one in the family has done, that none of your friends have done.
I'm just gonna say the thing you're not supposed to say.
Whatever is mine is looking for me.
You have to know what road to take to get to your final destination.
Everything that you ever wanted is on the other side of fear.
Hello, good afternoon. So the girls demanded that I do a live stream, and I'm like, that video I just did took all day yesterday. It literally took all day. And people want me to talk about like destiny swapping and energy vampire and demon this and demon that. And I'm just like, I already talked about all of that. Just because Netflix comes out with a documentary and puts credibility behind what a lot of us bloggers have been saying doesn't take away from what we've been saying. Like, it doesn't take away what we've been saying. And my bad, y'all. I don't have my microphone because it's in my office. But I'm just saying, like, a lot of the stuff that we bloggers have been saying for literal years. Like, I've been talking about Diddy and how he's been a demon for like 5 years. Like, this isn't new. Just because Netflix comes out with a documentary and slaps some credibility behind what we've been saying does not dismiss everything we've been saying for the last 5 years. Some people have been talking about Diddy longer than me, and I'm tired of talking about Diddy. Is it just me that I'm tired of talking about Diddy? I'm glad he's facing the accountability that he's been needing to face for more than a decade. I'm glad that we are also able to see the issues within celebrity worship and just overall celebrity culture. I just don't know what else people want me to say, y'all. Should I make a playlist of everything that I've said up until this point? I broke down some of the trial when the trial was in session. I did a Patreon video a few years back about how Diddy is a master manipulator, and I broke down the psychological aspects of dealing with a master manipulator like Diddy. I've created a lot of content around Diddy and who he really is. So I just don't know what else to say. Honestly, I think my biggest takeaway from the documentary personally for me is how we allowed this to go on in plain sight. Like, no one can really say, well, this was hidden. We didn't see it. We did see it. We just dismissed it because of the false arc that he created around his image and how he presented himself to be like this changed, evolved person, and he wasn't. We can also talk about how celebrity worship and the just the overall culture of celebrity culture is a person doesn't have to be held accountable in the same way that we do. Like, we normalize that. Like, we created a culture. We all did. We're all responsible for being a part of this culture where celebrities don't have to be held accountable to the same level that we everyday people do. And that's something that protected him. That's something that enabled his toxicity, his abuse, his manipulation. A lot of people want to attack just the people in the industry, but it's fans too. Like, it's not even just the industry and the gatekeepers and the employees and like everyone that worked for him. Like, it's also us, like the fans, the people that make the culture what it is and how we uphold the culture. Like, we also played a major role into that. So I wanted to focus on those things this time around because I already talked about the energy vampire. I already talked about the destiny swapping. I literally talked about how he was using Carisha to take her youthful beauty, talent to benefit from, and how he put her in a song, how he had her out here promoting his alcoholic beverages, and how he basically put a big ass battery in her back all to appear to live a certain lifestyle for the gram and things like that. But you could tell by Carisha's public image that things have downgraded very quickly for her, to considering she was getting like 250,000 a month, or she was getting the most out of all the women and da 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 da. And I'm just like, a lot of that had to do with the image, the appearance, the perception, but was it even real? It doesn't seem like it was real. And the only reason why I'm saying that it doesn't seem like it was real, you're telling me you were getting $250,000 a month and your public image has declined that quickly. It hasn't even been 5 years. It hasn't even, like, how long has his legal issues have been going on? I think it's been like, what, 2 years tops? So there was an illusion around Carisha and the shopping sprees and dating a billionaire and all of that. Like, there was a lot of illusions, and I wanted to focus on that this time around. I didn't want to do too much of the same old, same old. I mean, other content creators are doing the Destiny Swap take. They're doing the how he exploited young talent, and I did highlight that as well, because one thing that I want to make clear is I'm not a big fan of 50 Cent. I don't think 50 Cent did this for women. He did this for himself. This is between two men that are within a feud, and the feud is you fucked me over and you fucked over people that I'm also friends with, I'm cool with, or I'm bros with, and so I'm coming after you because of that. And the women just happen to be collateral. That's literally it. And I know 50 is saying, oh, it's not because of a feud or anything like that, but I think majority of it is. I mean, we see men in the industry, especially in the hip hop space, hip hop culture, they don't give a fuck about women. Like, they don't give a fuck about women. I'm not about to sit here and be like, oh, he cares, the culture cares. The culture does not care. And if the culture did, then we wouldn't be getting all of these weird responses from men within the culture, within the hip hop space. Ja Rule and all Marlon Wayans, like, he's not even in hip hop culture. He's just in the culture of entertainment, coming out and having an issue with 50 Cent putting out this documentary. Why? Like, why do you have an issue with a man being held accountable for the fucked up shit that he was out here doing? If the culture is not for it, if the culture doesn't uphold this toxicity, this behavior, this abuse towards women, then why are men so upset? That's what I want to know. And then this is the thing that kills me, right? These are the good men. These are the good ones. These are the good ones. These are the good ones. The only thing I wanted to highlight was I wanted to also highlight how all these men are scared of this man, except for 50 Cent. 50 Cent is different. That man been shot with 9 times. I don't think 50 is actually scared of this man. But did y'all not see the whole Jadakiss and Fab interview? Like, if you go and you watch that, those men were clearly uncomfortable. And we talking about the hardcore rappers, right? Like, dudes that are from the streets, at some point they've been in the streets at some point in their life. They come from a very rough background and upbringing. And you're telling me that women were supposed to do what? Like, what were women supposed to do? That's what I want to know. If a man is afraid of this man, what the fuck do you expect for women to do? What chances do women have? Period. That's what I want the internet to answer for me. That's what I really want the internet to answer for me. It is the only reason why I decided to talk about this, was because all of these men are afraid of him. All of these men had to always look over their shoulder because of him and in the people that he was attached to. But you wanted the women to do what? You wanted the women to do what? You thought Cassie could escape that shit? These men couldn't even escape that. Did y'all not see how Fabulous was literally sitting there uncomfortable and he felt glued to his chair, like he not a motherfucking man, like he can't get the fuck up from the table and stop interacting with this man? And then not only that, Fab had collabed with some type of vodka. I don't even know what brand of vodka, but it was some type of brand of vodka. And he felt the need to cover the brand of vodka because Diddy was there and they had worked together with Ciroc. And so he didn't even feel comfortable seeing Fab with this brand of vodka that he collabed with vodka, some type of brand vodka that he had been collabing with, right? And so he was so uncomfortable just sitting there and having the vodka brand that he endorsed, that he was collaborating with because it was a brand deal, because he was promoting his own album at that time. He didn't even feel comfortable as a grown fucking man to sit there in your motherfucking manhood and be like, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. I'm doing this, right? He felt the need to cover the label and the bottle from Diddy so that he wouldn't even see it. A grown man. Like a grown man. And then Jadakiss, the way Jadakiss shriveled up in that interview, like into a ball. Like literally, you saw a man go from open energy to. So again, what did y'all? What do people that don't see the women in the situation, like Kim Porter, you don't see Cassie, you don't even see Misa as a victim when it comes to his games, his power play, like his power dynamics and things like that. Even the men had to deal with that. So I'm just trying to understand, like, how do y'all not see the women as a victim? What hope did we have in the situation? We didn't have no hope, especially back then. And then Cassie was 19 years old. I mean, come on. And then another thing that I wanted to point out too was in the documentary, did you notice how he would always, and this is very narcissistic, he would always go after the woman that he was jealous, like the man he was jealous of, he would always go after their woman and try to get with their woman. He had a consistent pattern of getting with the man he envied and getting with the woman and taking her away from the man that he envied. He was very freaking weird. He was very weird. He was very weird. Oh my God, they're very weak. And we're talking about men in the industry that pride themselves off of being tough and hard and all of that. And it's just like, well, where was all of that energy when this man was making you feel uncomfortable, was making you feel violated? But then people expected for the women to do what? That's what I need the internet to answer for me. That's all I got left when it comes to Diddy is what the hell did you expect for the women to do? And we're talking about men that been in the streets, men that have seen violence. It's not new to them. Like, y'all didn't do shit. Y'all didn't do a damn thing. Y'all didn't do nothing. Y'all didn't protect the women. You didn't even protect yourself. You didn't even defend yourself. But you wanted the women to do what? That's what I want to know. That's the only question that I really have when it comes to Diddy at this point. For generations, you can tell, and I think Lil Rod said it took him, and I think this was part 4 of the documentary. Lil Rod, the producer, said it took him 8 months or so to write 8 lines. He was never talented like that. He was overly confident, egotistical. He had ambition, he had hustle, he had drive, but I felt like the drive really came from his ego. And I always tell people, you can look at other people and get mad that they're seen and that they're recognized and that they're praised for the things that they do. And you feel like they don't have integrity. You feel like, oh, life's so unfair because they're getting what I feel like I deserve. But one thing that these people always have is they have the boldness that you don't. They have the audacity that you don't have. And I keep trying to tell people that. I keep trying to tell people that you have that timid energy, that shy energy, that I don't really want to be seen, that I don't want to be this, I don't want to be that. And they don't give a fuck about none of that. They don't care at all. They don't even care if people find out the truth about them. You don't even have nothing to hide and you struggle with being seen. That's the reason why they're able to get ahead, is because their drive, when it comes to their envy that they have for people, and envying what other people have and wanting the lifestyle, that puts a battery in them that you don't have. And I'm not saying that you need to take on, their approach to get your drive from being envious and jealous and wanting what other people have. I'm saying get the audacity. That's what I'm saying. Because that's one thing I noticed throughout that whole documentary. P. Diddy had the audacity. Like, he just had the audacity. And he just felt like he was just like so untouchable. Like, no one could touch him. You couldn't even come near him. You couldn't even come 5 feet close to him, because he felt so untouchable. And it was his arrogance. It was his arrogance. Some may have confused it for confidence, but really it was just his overall arrogance. And you know what's so crazy? I believe that in the very beginning, when Diddy first started his journey as a young black boy, I felt like he had a lot of potential and he could have went very far in life, but he chose a very dark path, and this is what it led to. I don't think that Diddy was supposed to end up, or his life was supposed to end up in the way that it has. I do believe that fame was something that was meant for him, because he knew how to position himself to get in certain doors, to receive certain opportunities. So I felt like I'm never going to take that away from him, but he still chose the dark path, which led to his own downfall. Like, this is not about the government. This isn't about 50 Cent. Like, Diddy literally created his own downfall, and he didn't have to. He could have created a very long-lasting legacy that he could have been proud of, his children could have been proud of, the world could have been proud of, the black community could have been proud of, but he didn't choose to do that. Like, he chose to go down that dark path, and this is what it led to. And it was always going to lead to this. And he had a choice. Like, it's not like he didn't have a choice. He definitely had a choice. He had more choices than most people. He had more choices than most people, and this is what he chose. So it's not equally fair. What else did I notice in the documentary? Oh yeah, he wasn't talented. He was just an energy vampire. He just knew how to come into people's lives. And you have to be careful about this too, when you have a talent or a skill, or you're creative, or I don't know, you're just a dope thinker or whatever like that. You have to be careful about who you allow in your personal space. You really do. Because they can siphon your energy and take all of your creative ideas just by being in your orbit, just by being around you, being in your aura, being in your essence. Like, they can literally take from you. And one thing I've noticed based off of my own personal life, I can be close to people and they're doing so well. And then as soon as I disconnect, I notice that they're not doing as well. That's something that I've noticed within my own energy. Because you have to understand that your energy, when you're around people, it goes out. It doesn't go inward, it goes outward. So your energy can be felt. So if your energy can be felt, what is that doing for people? And if you know you're a high vibrational person, you know you're a creative person, you know you're an optimistic person, you know that you carry abundant energy, you carry success and things like that. When people step into your vortex, you can expect for things to improve for them, because that's the energy that you carry naturally. And maybe that's not an energy that they carry on their own. And it was very clear that when it came to Diddy, he did not carry that creative, talented energy on his own, because Misa was a fashion stylist, and I believe he sucked energy out of her. He siphoned her energy, and now he's known for styling Jodeci. Like, I felt like that was bullshit. I was like, you mean Misa? Like, the whole time the documentary was talking about, oh, he styled Jodeci, he created a culture. You mean Misa created a culture? And you know, one thing I also noticed about Diddy was he took advantage of the feminine energy around him. It wasn't just sex for him. Like it was the creative energy that came from the women that he slept with, that he was sexual with. And then another thing too, he didn't just sleep with these women, right? He had to have them in close proximity to him at all times. So people felt like, oh, he's just a bad boy. He's just a player. He's just no, he's siphoning these women's energy for his own personal gain, which was to build an empire off the backs of these women and the young talent that he also had around him so that he could be successful. And that's why, like, the talent that he exploited, that he took advantage of, things like that, none of, where are they today? When I was doing my research, because it took a long time for me to gather all of those interviews and things like that, I forgot about rapper Chopper. Forgot about him. I'm like, oh my God, I forgot about. And it's like, it's so crazy because when you look back, you're like, damn, like this shit was happening like right in front of our faces. And all he did was siphon off their energy. And now I also noticed that Diddy siphons off of his kids too. Have y'all noticed that? Because this wasn't talked about in the documentary, but when Kim Porter died, as soon as she died, the twins posted their first Instagram post. And so I believe, hello, how are you? I believe that they were used and he was siphoning off of them as well. And why was he siphoning off of his kids? To help his image, to create this false redemption arc that he desperately needed, because behind closed doors, everything else was destructive. So he used his kids, he prompted them up, he presented them a certain way, and he used them when he wanted to look like the family man that is a billionaire, that has an empire, that is just a successful black man that's doing well. And I think another thing that we need to talk about too is Diddy was never for black culture. Never. Like, not even, I feel like the last time Diddy was for black culture was before the incident happened at that school where he threw that party and all of those people died. And then, in order for him to revive his reputation, I believe that he had to give in to the industry. And I'm talking about the dark side of the industry, in order to get his way out of that and redeem himself publicly. Is that he had to make a deal after that situation happened. Because a lot of people are like, well, how did he even recover from that event? And all of those people died because he over promoted it, and it was over the limit of how many people could be in one space. I believe he made a deal at that point in time, and that's where he stopped being for black culture, which places him back in, like, what was that, 1992? It was something crazy like that. I think it was the year I was born. And that's the thing that I'm trying to understand with black people that keep trying to make this about, oh, this is bringing the black man down. How many black men did he bring down before this situation happened? I mean, he literally fucked over every black man that he could. Every black man that was in his way, he fucked them over. And then also, because I was doing research, the 50 Cent interview, that was on Flagrant Podcast. I think that's what it's called. And Jay-Z does the same thing. So the whole situation, the reason why 50, if you don't know, and I didn't even know this, I just found out last night. I'm like, wow, I did not know that. So the whole reason 50 Cent and Jay-Z have a beef is because Jay-Z does the same thing that Diddy does. Like, they're basically two peas in a pod. And I'm only strictly talking about not the sexual allegations and things like that. This is all alleged. I'm simply talking about how Jay-Z will pull a corporate move behind the scenes, pull strings with people that he's doing business with to block other black people. That's what I'm saying. So the reason Jay-Z and 50 Cent are beefing is because the NFL asked 50 Cent to perform during the Super Bowl. And Jay-Z ended up blocking that opportunity for 50 Cent. So then the NFL was like, okay, well, get Eminem. And Eminem is like, I'll perform, but I'm not performing without 50 Cent. So that's why during the Super Bowl, there was no 50 Cent or Eminem performance. I think they ended up going with someone else. So 50, the reason why he has an issue with Diddy is the same reason why he has an issue with Jay-Z, which is why, ladies, I decided when I did my video to highlight the women, because I feel like we're just all casualties in this shit, in this whole game of misogyny, and this whole infrastructure that's built around masculine authority, toxic masculine authority at that. And we're just a part of it, and our fate is determined based off of who pisses the furthest in a pissing contest. That's what it, like, honestly, that's what it gives. And I can kiki and laugh at the memes with 50 Cent every day, but I ain't no dummy and I'm not no fool. And when it comes to 50 Cent, it's just like, okay, but we know that you're doing this because Diddy has blocked you in the same ways that Jay-Z blocked you recently when it came to that Super Bowl performance. So that tells me, is Jay-Z really for black culture? If you're out here blocking another black man from being able to perform and create a legacy of his own, further his legacy, I mean, that's kind of weird to me. It's crazy. I think, yeah, hold on, didn't I don't know if Eminem performed eventually. I don't think so. Y'all let me know. I don't know. I just remember seeing it in that interview, and maybe things changed after 50 did that interview, but I didn't know that that's what the beef was about. And apparently this is the type of stuff that goes on behind the scenes in the industry as well. Yeah, we'll never. Somebody said, no, he's not, but people don't care because he's with Beyonce. And we saw what happened in that elevator. That's all I'm gonna say. We saw what happened in that elevator with Solange. We saw what happened you saw what happened in that elevator? Because I saw what happened in the elevator. I saw. And you could tell that she don't really F with Jay-Z like that. You rarely see Solange and Jay-Z in a photo together. Like, when's the last time you seen them in a photo together? It's been years. I think the last time we've seen them in the photo together is the elevator. So Eminem did perform at the Super Bowl? This is supposed to be a Super Bowl performance. That's what 50 said. Do I need to bring up the receipt? Do I need to bring up the receipt? That's his whole issue, is that Jay-Z does the same thing. That is the reason why 50 is on his Instagram right now, and he's posting these cartoon illustrations making fun of Jay-Z. It's the business that he likes to block behind the scenes, and he likes to play corporate and block certain black people from being able to like move forward, which we've heard things like this. Like, there was another girl that came out not that long ago, and she was an artist of Jay-Z, and they did the same thing. I mean, we can look at Chloe Bailey and see some ain't right. Okay, Google it. It happened. I wonder what happened. Let's see, Eminem. So maybe he was able to perform because Eminem said, I'm not performing without him. I thought it was because he could perform at all. Maybe I misread that or heard that because I was tired. So I guess he was able to perform. So I guess the only reason why 50 Cent was able to perform, which I believe it was supposed to be he was supposed to be a headliner. He was not supposed to be a co-host or a feature, or I think he was supposed to be a headliner, like Rihanna is what I'm saying. Rihanna had a whole halftime special, and I believe that that's what the NFL was trying to offer 50 Cent, but then they ended up offering it to Eminem, and then he said that he wasn't going to perform without 50, and I think that that's how he was able to perform at the Super Bowl. I thought they didn't perform at all, so I must have misheard that. That's crazy. Um, What is going on with Chloe? I don't know, but it's very sad. Like, she's very talented. And a lot of people feel like she should have never stopped performing with her sister, but I'm like, I don't really think so. I just think it's who she's signed to. That's what I think. And no one's going to be bigger than Beyonce. They're not going to try to make someone bigger than Beyonce. And as a business owner, I kind of understand why. But as a person with morals and integrity, I just would never try to stifle someone like that. You know? So I guess 50 was still able to perform, but it was all because Eminem said he wouldn't perform without 50 Cent. And I didn't know 50 Cent and Eminem were so close, but they are really, really close too. Then another thing too, Chris Lighty, which was 50 Cent's manager, I think that is another reason why he decided to do this documentary. I know he wasn't really talked about like that. They didn't put too much focus on him, but I think he played a major part in why Diddy all of these years just wouldn't let it go, like wouldn't let it rest. Like, a lot of people was like, why is he? I don't think it's just pettiness. I think it's principle. And when I was doing my research to create the video that I did yesterday, he put his Chris Lighty's daughter in his will. And I'm like, 50 Cent, you don't even take care of your oldest son like that. Is your oldest son in your will? Like, I have questions. This is why I don't trust 50 Cent. Because he don't do things to me that makes complete sense. But you put Chris Lighty's daughter in your will. I don't think it's just 50 being petty. Like, I think it's way deeper than that. And then Busta Rhymes, he wasn't in this well, was Busta Rhymes in this documentary? I can't remember. I'm not trying to confuse what the video I watched yesterday with the documentary, because I watched Busta Rhymes and he was like, he went down a really dark path when that man died. Like, he was drinking, smoking, he almost died, according to his story about Chris Lighty and how that affected him. So I wonder. But Chris Lighty, I believe, is the reason why 50 Cent is just going so hard. Okay, Buster was not in the documentary. Okay, so that makes sense. So that must have been just the video that I saw yesterday. But I mean, based off of how highly they spoke about Chris Lighty, and then the fact that 50 Cent put his daughter in his will, I think that's the real reason behind the documentary. I don't think that it's just him being petty. Sarah, listen, all of these men are known for beating women. That's why I'm not excited about 50 Cent. Like, I don't feel like he's doing anything for women. Sorry. But I don't see it like that. I don't see 50 Cent like this is his moment for doing anything. None of these men can do anything for us. And I feel like black women need to let that shit go. I've been and let that shit go. I let that shit go when I took black men off the pedestal. So, I don't know. But none of these men are going to do anything for you. They have power, money, fame. Like, why would they need to do anything for women? Do you know why Blue is on tour? Do you know every time 50 Cent does some shit, y'all already know what's about to happen. Blue gonna pop out. They literally training that girl. Every time she gonna pop out. And then one thing I need y'all to also understand, this documentary exposed how images are curated. They're curated. Okay? You don't know these people. You know their image. You know their public persona. You don't know me. You know me through YouTube. You know my public persona, what I choose to publicly share. You don't know me like that. And I think the whole parasocial issue with celebrities and just content creators, it's this is not new. I think we're parasocial relationships is being talked about more, but I don't think it's new. Like, you really don't know people. You know how they present themselves. You know how they curate their image publicly, but you don't really know them like that. And I believe that this documentary really exposed that side of public figures and celebrity culture. So be careful about that. So even when it comes to Blue stepping out like that, they curated that moment for her. It wasn't that she just stepped out and she went to a game. Like, no, they like literally curated that moment. And we're talking about Jay-Z and Beyonce are her parents. Very old school when it comes to public image and perception. Very old school. So you already know that that's what the situation was. And they're always going to throw Blue out there to, and I feel like Diddy does the same. Diddy did the same thing. Like, he'll throw his children out there. They both do it. If you pay close attention and you're looking at the patterns, if you like slow down and take a step back, Diddy and Jay-Z will throw their kids out there when there's controversy around their reputation, their public image, what people are saying, what critics are saying, what the public is saying. Like, that's just what they're doing. They'll use their kids to do it. I mean, I've even seen content creators do it. I've seen content creators do it too. Oh yeah. Oh, did y'all see how Mr. Diddy was for the culture, but then he went out and just shook hands with people, with a few people, and was like, "Oh, I need to go take a bath." I was like, "Okay, all right, okay." That was awkward. I wonder what his fans felt about that. And he was in New York when he did that. Uh, mm. And then I'll never forget when I came on YouTube and I was like, that man is a demon. I said, Diddy is a demon. Like, you can see it in his eyes. You can see the darkness. People are like, you just trying to tear the black man down. You just don't like black men. I'm like, nah, I know when I'm seeing and when I'm looking at a demon in the flesh. Like, if you are spiritually in tune, you're so discerning. I literally come on here and I talk about discernment all the time. If I can't spot a demon in the flesh, then I don't need to be on here talking to y'all. I need to be doing something else with my life. I need to go do makeup or something. I clearly don't know what I'm talking about. I'm like, how do y'all not see that that man is a demon? Do y'all not see, and then did you not see the part in the documentary where he was in the bathroom and he had like his little chain around his neck or whatever, and you could see the reflection of him looking at himself in the mirror? I saw a fucking demon. Am I crazy? Like, if I could find the video, did y'all not see that demon staring back at y'all? Because you have to understand that mirrors are portals. That's what they are. And that reflection was staring back at all of us. Did y'all not see that? Oh my God. Because, like, okay, portals are, no, mirrors are portals. It's very spiritual, but they tend to also be able to reflect the inner parts of ourselves. And when he looked in that mirror, and I'm looking at the mirror, and I'm like, that ain't this, the reflection in the mirror is not the reflection that is staring back at us, right? Like, his flesh, right? He's like his flesh, and then it's reflecting in the mirror, but the reflection that's coming off of his flesh is not what I saw. Am I the only one that's crazy about that? When he was in that mirror, y'all, I'm like, who is that? Girl, I don't know what spirit has taken over his body, but girl, I was like, Oh my God. This man is really a demon. It's one thing to like feel it, but it's another thing to like really see it up close. He's always wearing his glasses all the time. And now I'm like, okay, you've been wearing your glasses for so long. Is this what you've been hiding this entire time? Then, did you catch the part in my video where he says, if you know where the devil is, tell the devil to come find me or something like that? Did y'all hear that man say that? I just, did y'all hear him say that? And I thought that was kind of weird too. I'm like, who wants the devil to come find them? I don't want the devil to come find me. That's crazy. I just, ooh, girl. Oh, and then another thing. Why is Diddy's sister never talked about? He has a sister. Why is she never talked about? Them- She's never talked about. Her name is Keisha Combs too. We never see her like at all. We never see her, y'all. I've been meaning to talk about this. Hold on, let me pull it up because a lot of people don't even know that he has a sister. Let me show you because I. Oh wait, it's still sending. Okay, let me show you because this is crazy.
I dare you to find something about her on the net. I dare you to type.
Oh, my bad, y'all. Hold on, wait a minute.
I dare you to find something about her on the net. I dare you to type Keisha Combs in Google and find something, cause you won't. You can't find nothing about this woman on the internet. Barely anything about Janice Combs. It's something very dark. And listen, I'm not even trying to be funny, y'all. I'm not trying to, this ain't about the hype of social media or nothing. I would love to have a personal conversation. I dare you to find something about her on the net. I dare you to type Keisha Combs in Google and find something, because you won't. You can't find nothing
I have no idea.
about this woman on the internet. Barely anything about Janice Combs.
It's crazy.
It's something very dark. And listen, I'm not even trying to be funny, y'all. I'm not trying to.
They look alike though. They have a similar nose, similar eyes. You could tell Keisha and Janice have similar eyes and nose.
This ain't about the hype of social media or nothing. I would love to have a personal conversation with Keisha. Because you can't tell me that the mama was out here popping pussy on the handstand and was grooming her son and doing all the shit she was doing with him. You can't tell me sis don't got a story. She has a story.
Are y'all sure? Are y'all sure that that's his cousin?
And because of how
Yeah, her dress.
diabolical
Oh, okay.
Diddy is, and because his mama taught him to be that way, I have no doubt in my mind that they have something on her. That they made sure they had something on her so she could not expose the family secrets. She used to work at Bad Boy. She knows some shit. She knows some shit. You understand? Biggie, Faith Evans, Junior Mafia.
So that's not Janice's daughter biologically? Then who is she then? I was shocked that she wasn't mentioned. But then you know who else? I know she looks exactly like her. That's why I'm like, are you sure that's not her daughter? And then they have similar skin complexion. They have the same tone and skin complexion. Same eyes with Janice, same nose with Janice. So I don't know. I don't know. But she was never mentioned. But you know who else was never mentioned in the documentary? Sarah Chapman, which I'm just finding out that Sarah Chapman used to date Tupac. And I'm like, wow. He really went after every man's woman that he envied. What was that about? It's like he really envied men. Like he wanted to be like certain men. And I wonder if it was like a thin line between envy, infatuation, and like in love, or like crush energy. Like I have a crush on him type energy. Oh, Emily, you just Google her. That's her mom too. So where is she at?
Lil Kim, 112, Toto, Mary J. Blige, Craig Mack, Shine. She knows something. We ain't heard a motherfucking word from 112. Total.
Obsession too, yeah.
Keisha. All the death that surrounds Diddy. All the people who, ooh, this woman got a story. I have no doubt that this woman was essayed as a child, groomed as a child, probably had, this is just my opinion, you all. I'm not judging this woman at all. I'm not judging this queen at all. My heart actually breaks for her because this is the shit she was dealing with as a child. I can relate to a certain extent. I have no doubt in my mind this woman was pimping out her daughter. Think about the scenario, y'all. The husband just was red rummed, unalived, for being a snitch allegedly. She took off with her kids and moved to a new area and was doing what she had to do to make ends meet. Been having freak offs since they was kids. She's the oldest sibling. You can't tell me that she didn't have her daughter participating in that bullshit.
And like that's like y'all, no shade, but that's why this whole documentary gives men just jacking off with each other. This don't got nothing to do with us. That's what it gives. That's what it gives. That's why, like, I'll laugh at the 50 Cent memes and stuff like that, but I never give praise to him about him coming out with this documentary. It's just not my thing. I like the memes. I like the pettiness of it all. I'm not gonna lie. It's very entertaining. Especially when you go to his Instagram. I don't follow him, but I did go to his Instagram the other day. And it's funny. The comments are funny, but at the end of the day, this is like a jerk off between a group of men and ain't no women around. Okay, they all in a pool, a jacuzzi, a hot tub together, and they don't really like women like that. And it is crazy because back then women used to get beat down, y'all. Like women used to get put between a washer and dryer like it was nothing. Like that was so normal. Like men used to discipline women in the same way they would discipline a child. So this is not shocking to me at all.
It reminds me of the mama on one of them Tyler Perry movies when she was talking about where the big sister was telling the little sister how her mama used to get her ready and put perfume on her, how she would treat that older sister like that, but the little sister, y'all know the movie I'm talking about, where Blair Underwood was the husband and was being abusive. That movie.
Don't remind me.
It's mamas like that, y'all. They're just on TV. They're just famous. Because of the background that I come from, I have no doubt in my mind, sis has a story. No doubt in my mind. If she groomed Diddy, she definitely groomed her. This woman probably had a long period of promiscuity, probably feeling like she couldn't even, a man didn't even love her unless she was giving her body to him. You understand? Like the trauma that comes along with the mindset of being raised by a woman like this. That's why Diddy over there losing his mind. He barely understands, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? My life, this is what I've seen as a kid my whole life, and then as an adult, this is how I live. Nobody's ever,
and that's why I couldn't get into the whole trophy wife thing. It's not for me. Cassie was a trophy. Kim Porter was a trophy. Misha was a trophy. It's that lifestyle is not for me. It's not for me. Women are running fast into that lifestyle, and so many women have tried to escape that lifestyle. And that's what I'm trying to get women to understand. Why would you run? No, not run. Why would you sprint towards a life that so many women were trying to escape? I just don't understand. I just don't understand. I just don't understand. To be a trophy means you have to dress the way they want you to. You have to do what they want you to. Did you see the part in the documentary where Capricorn said, Cassie, he can cheat, but you can't. Now you're putting all of our lives in danger because you can cheat. No, he can cheat, but you cannot. And I tried to tell y'all that with, oh, here it is. Let me send it to myself so I can show y'all what I'm talking about. I tried to tell y'all that about Carisha. Girls trying to tell me what the lifestyle is. And I'm like, if you've never been presented with an NDA and a contract, don't try to tell me what it is. Those girls can't do what they want to do. That's not the trade-off of that lifestyle. That's not the trade-off. You do what that man says, period. Ain't no, oh, I could talk to this man, I could talk to this man, I could talk, and he paying your bills. He got you set up in a house. He gave you a car. Hell, and then in this situation, he gave her a career. You think you about to go talk to another man? Even when he running around on you, doing what he want to do with another woman? Come on now.
He can cheat on you. You can't cheat on him, Cassie.
Oh my.
I work for him at the end of the day. So now you've involved me.
Did I not tell y'all that that's what be going on and that's what be going down? That the girls get cheated on, but the girls can't cheat back because why? Because why? Why? Because of the power dynamic in these relationships that y'all be seeing on social media. That's the whole Carisha situation. I was like, y'all sound stupid as hell to me. It's just at some point, you got to know how the game is played. And if you don't know how the game is played, you will get eaten the fuck up. And it's just like, to me, this is common sense. This is common sense. He can cheat, but you can't cheat back. It's common sense. Common sense. Let me open the door for you. Oh, y'all, I just ordered these sunglasses. I've been doing a lot of shopping for myself. I haven't really shopped for anyone else this holiday season. But I did get my niece some stuff. But that's really it. But yeah, like I was saying, y'all, your independence is the best thing that you got going for yourself. Okay? Your independence is the best thing that you got going. Women are trying to fight their way around them not wanting to have independence. Like, you don't want to think for yourself. Well, men are going to think for you, and you're going to end up in a contract where with a man that will use that as leverage within your career to basically legally bind him without marrying you because you don't want to think for yourself. That's basically what Diddy did to Cassie. He was like, I'm not trying to marry you, and I don't want you to go that far. So you know what? I'm going to give you, what did he give her, a 10 album deal? What do you think that was about? That was because he really wanted to see her go far in her career. Da, da, da. No, like, she couldn't go nowhere. She couldn't go nowhere. That woman was stuck. And she wasn't even married to that man. And Cassie, if you listen to some of her older interviews, she always said she wanted to settle down. She wanted to have kids. But she was in that contract. She was legally binded to this man that even when she tried to escape him, she could not, even to start a family. Because she wanted to start a family. That's why I'm like, and then with the whole Carisha and the $250 shopping sprees, those are tax write-offs. That is a tax write-off. That's no different than P. Diddy opening up a nonprofit organization. Whoop-de-doo. Okay. Like, these, like the rich, when they do nonprofit organizations, that's typically what it is. It's a tax write-off so they can pay less in taxes. It's the same thing when he took Cassie on those, or I'm sorry, Cassie and Carisha on those shopping sprees. Hell, Kim too. Whatever woman he was using as his trophy for the evening. Even Daphne Joy, whatever trophy he decided to pull off the shelf, those easily could have been used as tax write-off because he was using these women for a public image. So that's a part of the business. And the only reason why I know this is because content creators are doing the same thing. Them trips y'all be seeing them take, tax write-off. That's a part of the business. Because they're promoting what? A lifestyle. They're promoting products within a lifestyle. A lot of the stuff that y'all see content creators do, trips they take, flights they book, hotels they stay in, are tax write-offs. That's what you're comparing yourself to. Don't do it. Don't do it. Then, have y'all noticed Carisha has been very quiet? Have y'all noticed Carisha has just swiped her Instagram? The only thing she has up on her Instagram right now is just videos. Because I'm not going to lie, I went to her Instagram to see her comments. I'm like, I wonder what her comments are looking like. I bet they a mess right now. And then I went to her page and I'm like, oh, that was smart. She took down all of her posts. That was very smart of her to do that before this documentary dropped. She knew better. She knew better. She knew better. And did you see the clips of her in some of the footage that they had in the documentary? That was crazy too. Ooh. Somebody said, I wonder if he gave Cassie a kid, would she have ever escaped that lifestyle? Absolutely not. If you notice, every woman that has had a child with him can't escape him unless the Kim Porter situation. That was the only way a woman could actually escape him. Cassie was the only one that successfully escaped this man because she didn't have a child. Let that be a lesson too. And then she was able to successfully escape because she got with someone that could actually protect her. Because, I don't know, it's something about the man she got with. Something about the man that she got with is very protective of her. So I don't know. I don't know the situation. I don't know their history. I don't know the history of the new guy that she's with. But she couldn't just get with anyone. Kim Porter tried to move on. There's been rumors about how the men that she tried to move on with were beat up and stuff like that. I think one allegedly may have been unalived. I don't know how true that is. I don't know. Yeah, Carisha was blurred out. I didn't see Daphne though in any of the clips. I didn't really see Cassie either, y'all. I'm trying to weed through the footage I reviewed for research and then the actual documentary because it's all a blur now. It's all the same to me now. Damn, was Cassie in there? I know Cassie was talked about, but was there any footage of her? I can't remember. And then, I'm not going there today. I am peeping how all them men that be, and then this little white boy come in and he ain't afraid of nobody. I like it's 50 Cent and this white boy. Like that's it. What's going on? What is tea? What? Anybody else noticing that? I mean, I wasn't gonna say nothing. Like, let me not go there today. But it's like, no, let's really go there though, because this little white boy come in here. Y'all try to make it seem like white men are just so much weaker in things, but it's like all those men that were sitting at that Champ Drink podcast episode, shaking in their boots, just scared. This man is making them uncomfortable. They don't do nothing about it. And then this little white boy come in and he like, I ain't scared of none of y'all. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. And that's why these men hate. They don't like him. They don't like him. And like, what is up with this culture that does not like men being actual fucking men? Like I need somebody to explain that to me. What is up with that? Why do men who actually act like men, right? Like they provide, they protect, they lead, They have emotional intelligence. They have compassion. They have foresight. They have integrity. Why are men who are actually men hated on? But then you got the men who live double lives, most likely are bisexual or gay on the low, most likely don't like women at all, most likely are abusive to women because they don't want to be with a woman. They actually want to be with a fucking man. Why are those men praised? Why are those men praised? Why are those men protected? I need somebody to answer that for me because I'm seeing a pattern with that. Like, damn, y'all don't like the men of this generation and even some of the older generations. It's like y'all don't like the actual men that are men that like women because they're a man they're also heterosexual. So romancing a woman is natural. It's very fucking normal. They don't care to impress other men. So because they don't care to impress you, because you're a fucking man, they only care to impress women because they like women. They don't like men. Y'all feel like there's something wrong with that. I'm trying to understand what's up with that. I don't get it, y'all. It's weird. And then I'm seeing these clips on TikTok where men are wanting to be seen at the club. They hopping on top of the stage. I'm like, yeah, I didn't sign up for this. And then I'm over here watching old interviews of Tupac. Like last night, I was watching old interviews of Tupac, and I'm like, the things Tupac was saying are so relevant today. So relevant today. And there's so much footage of him, and it's insane that he was only like, some of his interviews, he was 21, 24. And I'm like, you were talking like this at 21 and 24 years old? What the fuck? Like in the things he was saying are so relevant today. Like nothing, like the culture hasn't even changed that much to where his relevancy still stands. Not even just his music, but his interviews is insane. But it's like Tupac was one of those type of men you couldn't punk like that. Like he was really big on principle. He was really big on respect. He was just big on that. And he just didn't play it. I don't really see men like that. I don't really see men like that no more. It's like a man can play in their face, play with their booty hole and all type of stuff. And they cool. I don't get it. Is that what that is? Because that was one thing about Tupac. He was emotionally in tune. He was just emotionally reckless. He was in tune, but he was reckless within his emotional intuitive abilities. He was very reckless, but he would speak his mind. He would tell you how he feels. He was just reckless. That was his shadow. Was he was very reckless. I had to look into his birth natal chart because I'm like, I know you a Gemini, but I know there's some fire in there somewhere. And his moon sign was Aries, and I'm like, oh, you was real reckless with your emotions. There was like an impulsiveness about him, but also that same passion, that same fire was what made him so likable, especially when he spoke his mind. So it was like, it was a lot. It was a lot. But I don't see, I just don't see too many men like that anymore. Oh yeah, he was very young. I don't see too many men like that no more though. Damn. It's a lot of weird energy. And then ladies, I don't know if it's just me, but I'm seeing the men with sparkly jeans now, and it's disturbing my peace. Like I'm going out and I'm like, when did men start wearing jeans with sparkles? First is the dangling earring. How am I as a heterosexual woman? How am I supposed to spot the heterosexual man and you got on sparkles? You wearing sparkles on your jeans? And then y'all wonder why I'm like, where are the men that wear the cashmere sweaters? Where are the men that dress like grown men? Thank God for the quarter zip movement. Thank God for that. Thank God for the quarter zip, because now I'm giving you an image and a picture about what I'm talking about, right? That rapper look is trash. It's childish. If you are above 30 something years old and you're still dressing majority of the time as if you're a rapper, Please stop. Please, 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 please stop. And ladies, when you become a certain age, I say as soon as you start hitting 30, that baddie aesthetic, because you have to understand what's attached to these aesthetics, a mentality. You have not grown up. That's what it says. You have not grown at all. You are still the same person that you were in your 20s. You don't want to be like that. I'm around older people that are older than me, and they're still trying to dress like they in their 20s. That means you haven't evolved. You haven't grown at all. Your mind has not shifted at all. That's a scary thing. That's a scary place to be. That's a very scary place to be. So it's not even just the men. It's some women too. It's some women too. And listen, you'll be able to spot a man that's cosplaying in a quarter zip. It's not hard. 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 Quickly, you'll be able to tell. Because I'm telling you, the men that are dumb are dumb. It does not take much. The men that are dumb, that are dumb. So even if the YNs try to dress in a quarter zip, it's going to be easy to spot. It is. They don't know math. They don't know politics. They they don't even know what the fuck's going on in the government. Like they don't like it's not gonna be hard to spot. And if you need to, okay, if he's asking for your Instagram, that's a red flag. He should be asking for a locked in. It's not hard. I'm tired of women coming on social media talking about, oh, I need to bring awareness. You need to bring awareness to a bum. You need to bring awareness to other women regarding a fucking bum. I don't need awareness about a bum. I don't need awareness. Like there was this Onyeka, okay, one of her friends came online and she's like, I need to bring awareness. I don't need awareness about a man that's asking for money. I don't need awareness about that. I don't struggle with these things. Like, seriously, y'all, am I crazy? No, like really, I really want to know. Am I crazy? Like, awareness about a man being abusive. Did I say locked in, y'all? I meant LinkedIn. Like, if he's asking you to lock in your Instagram, no, he should be asking you for your LinkedIn. Okay, let me clear that up. Now, my point is, am I the only one that's getting irritated with women feeling the need to come online and bring awareness to a fucking bum? Like, bring awareness to a man that is abusive. Okay, absolutely. But a bum is so bottom of the barrel. It's just a waste of time. It's like the T app. The T app is not exposing any man of quality. It's literally exposing the dumpsters that are on these dating apps. Like it's exposing the dumpster dive experience that you have to go through when you put yourself out here on a dating app. That's it. It's not actually exposing anything. I'm like, I don't know. It's like, as soon as we see what these men dress like, you need to understand that when you are looking at how a man dresses, right? It's not about labels and name brands. It's not about that. It's about discerning his mentality with how he grooms himself and how he puts himself together. It's not about name brand. It's not about all that. It's about, okay, this is how you're choosing to carry yourself. That tells me your mentality. That gives me a little insight on your mentality. But I mean, if he majority of the time is dressing in graphic tees and skinny jeans, what do you think that's telling you possibly about his mentality? That should give you a little insight. It's not going to give you the whole picture, right? But it's going to give you a little insight about that man's mentality. Just a little insight. So, of course, you're going to have to discern beyond that, which is why I'm against fast-tracked romance. But if he dressing with skinny jeans and a graphic tee, I mean, that kind of tells you what he's into. Athletic wear, I feel like athletic wear is casual to me. Like, it can be very casual. I don't see anything wrong with that athletic wear, but it's the graphic tees and the skinny jeans. What else? It's that dangling earring. What else? And they tend to carry a mindset, y'all. It's not even how he's putting himself together. There's a mindset that comes with this aesthetic that I wish women would put more focus on. Not the name brand, not how much money he got, but the mentality that these men carry when they dress like that. Yes, some girls are still learning, but we talking about we talking about these Onyeka's age group is 30. I'm a 30-year-old. I don't need to be warned about a man like that. Okay. She was warning all women, and I'm like, young women, okay. And then some of these young women are not dumb, y'all. They not. Okay. We saw that with Shannon Sharp. That was a 19-year-old girl that finessed that 50-year-old man. So I don't know. I think it's a matter of women just not being desperate. That's what it really come down to for me. I feel, find me a woman that wasn't desperate and got played, and then I'm like, oh my God, y'all, this is awful. Oh my God, I can't believe this happened to her. Like, then I'm be like, okay, y'all got me. But man, it's always a woman was desperate, and this man took advantage of that. Took advantage of her desperation and maximized off of of that opportunity that he saw within the desperation that she carried. That's what he gives. So I don't know. And then do y'all want me to talk about Kiki Jones? Because that's what I was going to talk about next. Like I wasn't even going to talk about this. I was going to talk about Kiki Jones. A lot of people are messaging me about Kiki Jones, and I have a question. And this is why I said you need to have boundaries with your empathy. Women want to open up their wallet every time a woman comes online with a sob story. Automatically, you need to register up here that when a woman comes on social media, she's looking for attention. Point blank, period. What type of attention? Validation. 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 Okay? Off rip, you have to know that that is what she's looking for. And maybe she's not getting that validation at home. Maybe she's not getting that validation with friends. And we don't know the situation about why she's not getting that validation or that support. Same thing with Brianna. I don't know if y'all been keeping up with Brianna, but I tried to tell you, you need to listen to what her mama is saying. You need to listen to what the sister is saying. Because if y'all ain't kept up with Brianna, that's another video I wanted to do. I don't want to talk about Diddy. But I'm like, y'all asking, so I'll give it to you. But Brianna, girl, I told you, I said, don't dismiss what the mama and the sister is saying. Do they have their issues? Absolutely. I'm not taking that away from them. I feel like the whole fucking family does. However, I heard what Brianna's mom said. I heard what the sister said. And she's acting right in the very thing. Her behavior is the very thing that they spoke about. It's the very reason they feel the need to keep their distance with her. She is messy. She likes the drama. She likes the chaos. She likes the dangerous men that put hands on her. She's into that. To this day, I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why. The lawyer, the Harvard lawyer. So she recently betrayed a friend of hers. And so she went from the abuser to her friend's baby daddy. And she was being messy about it. They went to Puerto Rico. She's saying that they didn't go to Puerto Rico together. But girl, y'all are in Puerto Rico at the same time. Y'all arrived at the same time. Y'all got off the plane at the same time. You took photos of him getting and carrying your luggage to the taxi driver or whatever. Come on now. And I don't know if she did it to make her abuser jealous or what the situation is, but it's like, girl. So it's crazy. And then apparently her friend was in a custody battle with the baby daddy. And now she's joining up and going against the friend. And she's fighting hard for him to win custody of the little girl, the daughter that they share. It's messy. It's messy. That's why I was like, listen, the only thing I'm gonna focus on in this situation is the isolated incident about what happened to her eye, because a man should never put his hands on a woman like that. However, when it comes to all of these outside factors, like the mama, the sister, and everything, I feel like there was something way deeper than what we saw and the side of the story that she told. That there was more to it, but no one wanted to hear it. No one wanted to hear the mom and the sister, and I'm like, I don't think a mom would just respond like that for no reason. And she is one of those people where I feel like she has to learn the hard way, unfortunately. And I don't know what it's going to take. She doesn't do well alone. Kiki Jones does not do well alone. Two women that don't do well alone. Kiki Jones, everyone feels like that, she came online and she scammed the internet. She didn't scam the internet. She didn't scam the internet. She didn't scam me. This is a woman that got cheated on. That shit happens every day. This is a woman that came online, got cheated on, and was getting all of the support. And when she was getting all of the support in the very beginning, she felt like, oh, I could really do this thing. Like, I can divorce this man, leave this man, and move on with my life. But then the reality started to set in. She probably started to miss him. She probably started reminiscing about the good times. And then she went back, hoping that they could work it out, hoping that they can fix things. But she did not think about how the support that she was getting online and how that was going to impact the support that she was getting online, both financially, emotionally, community support. Like, she didn't think about that. But we see this all the time. I don't know how many videos I've seen of women on TikTok that come out. They talk about how this man dogged them out. Their husband dogged them out. Their husband not talking to them, stonewalling them. And so the women get in the comments. They're like, oh, girl, you should leave. Da, da, da. You should do this. That's emotional abuse. Da, da, da. And then they come back mad, like, stay out of my business. I don't know why y'all in my business. Like, that's my husband. Da, 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 da. Like, we seeing it every day, y'all. Like, Kiki Jones is no different. She was no different than all these other women that come online and women rally behind them and then they go back to that man. She is no different. No one told you to hear a sob story and then reach right into your wallet. You didn't even discern the situation. You didn't even see if this woman was truly ready to change. What I wanted to see from Kiki was for her to go back to the therapist. I think the lady that was on... because I reacted to the lady that she spoke to. She was a therapist on Hardly Initiated. What I was waiting to see was for her to get a private session with her and have a real therapy session with her. But I mean, it was just, change takes time. And sometimes part of the change is going back so that you can see that's not where you need to be. And maybe that's the situation with Kiki. I don't know. Maybe that was the situation with Brianna. She had to go back and find out that ain't it. Like, that is not where you need to go. Sometimes that's part of choosing to leave a person, is to realize, okay, I can't do this anymore. Like, I've tried, at my wits' end with this whole entire situation with the person and everything surrounding it. I need to truly move on. And maybe that's the situation with Kiki. Who knows? I don't feel scammed because I didn't reach into my wallet. I was invested in her story. I was definitely invested in her growth. But one thing I noticed about Kiki, and I've been saying this since the very beginning, Kiki Jones is the drunk lady in the wedding dress. I've been saying this for a while. She has this unhealthy dependency on attention. She craves it. And I believe she craves it because she was never supported in her actual life. She talked about how she didn't feel supported by her mother. She talked about how she didn't really feel supported by her father. She seems like she's one of those women that needs attention, looks for it, seeks it out, because she never got that attention from her parents. So she's getting all of this newfound attention online, and she's just eating it up, eating it up, eating it up. Like, then this is another thing. People are like, she's so attention seeking. She was attention seeking when you met her. When you met her, she was attention seeking. Like, can we keep it real? She was attention seeking when you met her. This is a woman that was in her living room in a dress, in a wedding dress, turning up bottles and drinking and singing on Facebook. Who is not looking for attention doing that? And she knew his family was friends with her on Facebook. She knew he was friends with her on Facebook. That woman was looking for attention the day she came across your For You page. Why are people acting so shocked? I really think people are just blinded by a sob story. And listen, if you go back and you watch my review and you watch my take, I showed compassion, understanding, and empathy, right? However, I still use my discernment like this woman is attention seeking. She's going to go wherever she's getting the attention. That man probably came back around, gave her about this much attention, because it don't take much for Kiki. It don't take much. All you got to do is look at her and then glance and look back, and she like, that's how she is. Like, are y'all like not watching who this lady is? Are you not seeing who this lady is? I even think she cries for attention. Or that's the only way she cries so much, because that's the only way she received attention from people. And now y'all sick of that. The internet is sick of that. I'm sick of seeing her tears. I'm sick of seeing her tears. And I'm like, I think Kiki has a lot to work on within herself. And I think y'all need to stop enabling her so much by just supporting every little thing that she does. I'm not saying turn on her in her comments or dogpile her on social media. I'm saying that this lady was not ready for the change that came with the support that she got online. And I get that people are upset about that. But to be fair, how you met this lady was through her attention seeking ways and behavior. That is how you met her. That is how you were introduced to her. That is who she is. That is what you supported when you donated to her GoFundMe. She never hid who she was. She never lied to y'all. This is why I'm saying it's not a scam. You were just blinded by your empathy and her sob story, and you thought that she was ready for this change and that she was ready to leave this man. And it's like, I just wasn't buying it. I wasn't buying it. It's crazy. It just seems like her kids don't fulfill the attention that she's looking for. I don't know. Like, you know how some women, they go get their kids and they're just all focused on their kids and then themselves. But I think she was crying. That's why I want to do a breakdown, because I think she was crying on her live about how she was just in need of male attention. She was just in need of attention. And I'm like, she didn't want to be alone. And I'm like, this is a lot of women, y'all. A lot of women don't want to be alone. A lot of women do not want to be by themselves. That's just the reality. She definitely needs to reparent. That's why I wanted her to go back and talk to that therapist. And one thing that I will say is Kiki is open to change, but I don't think she's ready for it. I don't think she's ready to really put in the discipline for it. Like leaving that man alone, like not being attention seeking, like just being focused on yourself and your kids, and that's it. I feel like she's open to it, but I don't feel like she's truly ready for it, which is why I'm not saying that the situation was a scam. I think people were just blinded by the empathy that they had for her when it came to her story. And I don't know why, y'all. I'm like, we hear women get cheated on social media all the time, so I didn't understand what made her so special. Not saying that she's not special, but I'm saying her story. What made her story just so special? Was it the dress? Was it the wedding dress? Was it the song? Cause I ain't gonna lie, that was my song. That was my song. I love that song. I do. That was my song. But I'm like, was it the song? Was it the alcohol promotion? Was it the tears? I don't know. What was it that made her story just so special to everybody? Um. Ooh. You don't think it's emotional manipulation, or do you think it's emotional manipulation? Yeah, that was. I didn't have a lot of hope because it came out that she was the other woman prior to them getting married. So I'm just like, that time that already that puts that in my mind, that puts you in a place in my mind where I'm like, your self-esteem probably is not the highest, because ain't no way. No shade. Oh, you think it was the full-on act of it all? Okay, that actually makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, women get cheated on every day. Not to be, and that's sad to say, but it's the truth. That's why I was like, what made her story so special? Like, women get cheated on every day. Hell, there's probably a woman that got cheated on today. Like, actually today. A woman I don't know, but I'm saying there's probably a woman in the world that just got cheated on just last night. Hell, who knows? It happens every day. That's how I didn't understand. But I think it was the wedding dress. I think it was also how vulnerable she was and how she expressed her raw emotions and how she felt when the situation happened. I think that all of that was real, but I think things got a little wonky and she wasn't as honest and genuine after the fact. After the fact. Like, probably, I feel like she stopped being genuine and honest probably after she moved into that apartment that y'all helped her move into, that the internet helped her move into. I don't know if y'all did or not, but the internet helped her move into. So I don't know. Don't we need more examples of women living different lives? That's what I said. Everyone's trying to live the same life. And then people are trying to police me on how I need to live my life. I don't want to live like y'all. I want to live like how I'm living. I don't want to dress like y'all either. I don't want to dress like y'all. I don't want to chase trends. I don't want to do any of that. Like, it's annoying when I get on social media and I'm just doing me, and then I have people in the comment section talking about, oh, you could have changed your shoes, you could have did this, you could have did that. I don't want to do what y'all do. Y'all have to follow rules and shit. I don't want to follow rules. I don't want to follow rules. I don't want to follow trends. I don't want to do any of that. I don't want to do what everybody else is doing. Can I just be me? And then you be you, like, maybe you would wear different shoes. I don't know, but go put on the different shoes and leave me alone. I don't get it. Am I crazy, y'all? Can we get back to social? Oh my God. Have y'all been following Aaliyah J? Girl. By the way, I have never really been the biggest fan of Aaliyah J because, I don't know, I just couldn't get into her makeup stuff. But I absolutely fucking love her series that she's doing on TikTok. I am here for it. It is what the girls need. It is what I love to see. Okay, so two things. I follow Shelly. I follow Onyeka. I even follow Kiki Jones. These are women that clearly need work, okay? They do. They need work. I'm not going to get into the whole Shelly thing. I'm not going to get into all of that. But they do need work, inner work that they need to do, right? So one thing that I do, though, is I give them the space in the room to do that. And Aaliyah J is showing the process. However, I can't really tell because I don't know what episode y'all are on. I don't know. What am I on? I think I'm on the fourth one she released or the third one. It seemed like she slowed down a little bit because y'all was in the comments dragging her, and I'm like, why are we dragging her? Why are we dragging her? This is what it looks like to do the work. It's not pretty. But part of the issue, though, and I think this is why I couldn't get into her YouTube channel, was everything was very surface level. Like, it was always about things looking damn near perfect all the time. And I really just couldn't get into that. I like a little mess. Like, I think Aries, we like a little mess. We're not like Virgos and things where everything has to be like picture perfect all the time. Like, we like a little mess. And so I couldn't really get into it. I couldn't get into it. But this, and I'm not saying like she has to have mess in her life it's the rawness. Like, it's the rawness behind her sharing her story that I really do love, that I'm like really gravitating towards. Because she promoted this whole, like, I'm a bad bitch, right? And there's nothing wrong with being a bad bitch, but she's growing out of that, and her audience is not. Like, bad bitches don't want to deal with their problems. Bad bitches do not want to deal with their feelings. Bad bitches don't want to confront their issues. They just want to be a bad bitch. They want to put on makeup. They want to get their hair done and make everything better. But Aaliyah is like, that's not working for me. I am literally drowning. I'm drowning. My health is taking a hit. My mental health is taking a hit. Everything's taking a hit. Literally everything. She's literally showing the bad bitches, hey sis, you can't keep ignoring your inner issues because they may cause physical health problems or mental health problems later down the line. I fucking love this series. Like, I really want to react to it. Like, I'm actually waiting for her to produce more content, but I'm like, can y'all be nice to her though? Can the internet be nice to her? She's a YouTuber. She's a beauty content creator, influencer, public figure, entrepreneur. Can y'all be nice though? So we can get through, so she can finish the series. It's not on her YouTube channel. It's only on her TikTok. So when she decided to record this transition in her life, I'll call it a transition. She only has short form video footage. She doesn't have like a vlog camera, YouTube long form footage. So she's posting it. But I love that she's showing a more authentic side to her. And that's what I'm like really rocking with. Not necessarily like the things that have happened to her, but the authenticity around how she is telling her story, speaking her truth, is expressing herself, and how she's being creative about it. I like it. I like it. It's what YouTube used to be. It's what content creating used to be. It's what made influencers. I miss that. But everyone is so scared to be real. Everyone is so scared to be vulnerable on the internet. Everyone is so scared to like really show themselves in a real way, because people will get in the comments and start trying to police you. Like, we not going through this experience about life together. But then it ain't even that people are just policing people. It's y'all are policing people when it comes to their lifestyle, their choices, their hair, their makeup, their eyebrows, their nails, how they dress, how they create. Like, even today, prime example, I just posted my Diddy video, and people are like, well, we want this, and we want this, and we want this. And I'm like, do you not understand that that puts content creators in a box where now we feel stifled? And then we don't even feel appreciated for being ourselves. We only feel appreciated when we feel like we're doing what other people want us to do or our followers want us to do. But that doesn't mean that we're truly being ourselves. And then people will judge someone like Aaliyah J. Oh, she's fake. She's this and she's that. Well, she's showing you a different side of her. And now you're in the comments dragging her and policing her about it. Y'all, her comments were so bad that it started to become a conversation on social media, on TikTok. Like, if you're on TikTok, people started to talk about like how people were coming at her in the comment section. And I'm like, damn, this is crazy. And then I just found out about Peyton Charles too. That's crazy. I just found out about Peyton as well. I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. I don't even know where do we go when it comes to content creating? Because the fakeness, the curated post every fucking day is boring. It's why Instagram is not popping like it used to. It's why YouTube is not really popping like it used to. You have to understand that when you do that, you are stifling creativity, and you're making creative spaces boring as fuck. Like people can't even just do a random post. People can't even just wake up and be like, oh, I want to talk about this today, or I did this today, or I just threw this shit on because I'm running to do errands. It's like everything has to be aesthetically pleasing all the time, and it's draining. I found out that she was pregnant with twins, but I may be late to that. I found out that she was pregnant with twins. I was late to that. I thought the last I heard about Peyton was it was awful. She found out that the guy that she was dating, that she had just posted to her YouTube channel, basically was living a double life, and he had cheated on her, had a whole another woman and girlfriend. And then I'm looking up again, and people are saying that she's pregnant with twins. I was like, when did she get pregnant with twins? I missed that. She's another vlogger. And then these are the vloggers. These are the vloggers. Y'all are running the vloggers off the internet? Like, what y'all gonna do? What y'all gonna watch? Y'all running all the vloggers off the internet. Please don't run Aaliyah face, please. Don't run Aaliyah face off the internet. Hell, I think she the only one standing. And then Aaliyah face, she takes breaks in between. But y'all, I don't think that y'all understand that when y'all do that, y'all are pushing people off the platform. Some of y'all's faves don't even want to post no more. That's what it is. That is exactly what it is. And I don't even think it's a matter of they don't want to create. I think it's a matter of they don't feel safe to. They don't. I mean, Aaliyah J was thinking about canceling her whole Vlogmas, and I'm like, why? Like I liked it. I was enjoying it. I thought it was great. I liked the promotion. I like the narration. The narration was dope as hell. I can hear the growth within her narration. I was like, this is amazing. Why are we? And then I went to go look at the comments, and I'm like, oh. And I'm like, protect your peace. If that's what you have to do, protect your peace. And then people are complaining about content creators putting everything behind a paywall, but it's like, y'all, the comments are crazy. Have y'all not seen the comments lately? Like when I post to Instagram, I literally post to Instagram and then I literally do this. Throw my phone. Because I'm like, I don't want to, I don't want to look at the comments. I literally blocked a lady the other day on my Instagram because she talked about how I should have wore different shoes. And I'm like, no, I wore the shoes that I wanted to wear. Because that's me. That's why I literally changed my name to Yoni's World. So this is what goes on in my world. There's no policing here. There are no trends and rules and all of that. There's nothing. There's just me doing what I want to do in my life. That's it. That's why I literally titled Yoni's World. So that we can have that understanding. But it's like, damn, y'all, and then it doesn't allow people to be creative. That's what made social media so fun, was we could be creative. And we could be personable, and we could share that with our community. We could be transparent. We could be open. Hell, I don't even feel comfortable being open. Like too open. Like I feel the need to like, okay, I can share this and I can share this, but I can't share this. And I'm like, damn, it didn't used to be like that. One thing that I missed about old social media, it really felt like a community. And you were meeting people that were just as awkward as you, just as funny as you, just mentally and growth-wise. Y'all were on the same level. Like, I missed that era of social media. That was the reason why I had so much fun on here. I had fun on social media. This was not even like a job. Like, even if YouTube wasn't paying, I was still gonna make my videos because it was fun. Now, if I ask you a question or like, you know, I'm asking for your advice, like of course, but it's rude to just demand, or it's rude to just say certain things. And I'm like, would you say that to someone to their face? Like, would you come up to them and be like, you should have wore different shoes with that in person? You wouldn't do that. I don't know. I think social media has become a very weird place. And then sometimes I'm under like makeup videos and I see women getting policed. Like, why did you do your eyeshadow like that? Or why did you wear those lashes? And I'm like, damn, even the nail videos, y'all. Even the nail videos. Because I've been into the whole gel X, and even the nail videos, people are like, oh, why did you use those charms? It's just getting to a point. That's all I'm gonna say. Let people be themselves, y'all. That's what social media was all about. It was all about free creativity. And if you were inspired by the free creativity that you were consuming, great. And if you weren't, great. And if you didn't like it, great. And if you loved it, amazing. But the policing, though, because no one's saying you got to like every little thing a person says or does. That takes away from your authenticity as a consumer and a viewer. However, it's the policing. It's that's what it is. It comes across as like controlling. And so then creators feel the need to put themselves in this box and like stay. But then they're struggling with depression. They're not happy because they're not able to fully show up as themselves and create from an authentic place. And I'm telling you, when you are following a creator and you see how they're happy and they're creating, their content is more enjoyable to consume. It is. I feel like all of that's about to change, though. The downside of social media is it gives people a license to be bullied and things like that. I feel like all of that's about to change because it's going to be a requirement for you to have an ID to be on social media. I say by 2030, you're going to have an ID to be on social media. You're not going to be able to be on social media without an ID. Seriously. So it doesn't even matter. So be on the lookout for that. So, okay. So next that I want to talk about is what I should do next, because this live wasn't planned. I wanted to do the level up reading that so many of you voted for. And I was shocked. Like, I was like, y'all want to level up? I was like, y'all want to level up? Like, oh my God, why didn't y'all say something? So I'm like, okay, I planned to do that live today. I don't know if I'm gonna have time, but that's the live that I actually wanted to do today. And I was just gonna post my P. Diddy video and then do that on Patreon. So, and then I had a surprise for you. I wanted to do the level up reading, and then I was going to follow that up with how to make a honey jar, because I need the girls to do the honey jars. I'm currently going through a level up right now. I've been doing Pilates. I've been eating healthy. I've been doing my 10,000 steps, my long walks like Jill Scott, honey. Still trying to juggle, like, spending quality time with family, going out and having a social life and things like that. But I'm seeing the improvements in the level up energy around the work that I've been putting in, and also the honey jar that I created, that I put in my snake plant. So I wanted to go in order and I wanted to do that. So let me know. And then after I got at least the reading done, I was going to do the Kiki Jones breakdown, or the Brianna Love, or what was the other one? Oh, did y'all see that whole situation that happened on TikTok with Philly? Like, there was a black woman, Philly Pilates instructor, that was calling out another black woman instructor, Pilates instructor. Did y'all see that? I wanted to talk about that. Let me know which one y'all want me to do. And that's another thing. The reason why I haven't been on social media, I haven't been in Discord like that, is because December I did a $40 discount, or $40 readings only for the month of December. So that's why I've been far, like off the internet and stuff like that. Not really doing lives, or when I do lives, I'm just hopping on and hopping off kind of like this, because I'm trying to get those readings done. Okay. Trying to get those readings out the way, because I wanted y'all to have it for Christmas. So that's another reason I've been away. How do you charge for mentoring? I have a website. And I don't do monthly because honestly, a monthly subscription for mentoring wouldn't make sense for me because when we have our sessions, I give you the time to change and to grow within the first session that we had together. So this is not a money grab. Like I take this very serious. Um, and depending on what we talked about, what we discussed, then it will depend on when I would require you or advise you to book your next session. So it just really depends. Like some girls, I make them wait like at least 3 months before they book again because what we talked about, it just takes time. You know, like things have to happen, things have to shift. And sometimes I don't even put a time on it. Sometimes I'm like, when you're ready to come back and talk, when you feel like things are moving or things are changing, things that we talked about, then you can book again. And sometimes it's a few months, sometimes it's half the year, and then they come back. But I kind of leave it open for women to choose for themselves because it's not about it's not about money with me. Like it's really to see your actual progress. And when you undergo real change, like it takes time. Like I'm also gonna give you the room and the space to fuck up, like Kiki. Like you gonna go back to that man. Like it happens. Like that's me being real. Like that's me being real. Like me actually giving you the space to be real with yourself and to be real with me as well. Like you may go back, you may double back, have a setback, or I don't know. Men are tricky, you know. Men are weird too. So who knows? And then sometimes you get into that space where you reminisce about the good times and you think that it could potentially work or you want it to work or you want it to work out. Some people have kids, so they want to make it work for the kids. And, you know, it's things like that, like real life shit, y'all. Outside of commentary and me giving commentary around these situations, real life looks a little bit different sometimes. And it can be way more complex because of the nuances depending on the situations that you may find yourself in or different women find themselves in. So it just really depends on the situation. But a monthly subscription, I don't really offer that, but I do offer discounts for girls that are in school as long as you're over the age of 18. Okay. So let me know what I should do next. Do you want the level up reading? Do you want the honey jar? Or do you want me to talk about Kiki Jones and how she went back? Yeah, there's a lot of different bumps. And I'm here for the bumps. I'm not here just for the good times. I'm not here for when things are just going extremely well for you. I'm also here for the bumps as well. So I'm not going to just ditch you because you went through a bump or you made a mistake. That's part of growth. Like that's truly part of learning and leveling up. Like you have to go through those bumps. You have to bump your head sometimes to like know better, to be wiser. One thing that my legacy I want to be is my trauma was wisdom that I left behind. Like I didn't leave trauma to my kids or my nieces and my nephews or my family or my legacy or anything like that. I left I didn't leave the trauma, I left the wisdom from the trauma. That's what I want to be. I don't want to be known for anything but that. Okay, it's you know what? I'm gonna just create a poll because I see how y'all about to do with this. I will create a poll. I will create a poll. Very happy for Olandria. I really am. I really am. I really am. I really am. She is the only woman out of all the girls that I've seen. She is literally the only woman from that show that has not gotten distracted from having a man. I mean, I'm disappointed in Clark. Like honestly, like she's one of the first ones. I'm like, Clark, okay, girl, I know you got this man and everything, but why are you not capitalizing and maximizing off of this opportunity? And she could have. Girls have been asking for a makeup tutorial. Oh my God, I sound like okay. Ooh, girl, that sounded like I need to take my own advice. But I'm like, Clark, I wasn't on a reality TV show. The girls have been waiting for a makeup tutorial. Where is she at? Like she's like, let me see. I'm about to go to her page again. Because I always felt like Clark was a sweetheart. You know, how we were introduced to her was fucked up, but I actually like Clark. And I'm like, girl, nothing. She ain't done nothing. Is she on TikTok? Maybe is she on TikTok? Let me look. That's what I like about Olandria. She ain't let no man stop her. Okay, not that Clark. We love that Clark. Not that Clark. The other Clark. What's her? Oh, here I found her. Oh my God, did she do a makeup tutorial? Oh, she did. Oh my, y'all, we got a makeup tutorial. Okay, okay, okay. We got one. We got girl. That's the only one. Girl, that's the only Clark. That's the only one, y'all. That oh, that's crazy. But she is with that. She is with that man. Listen, ladies. Listen. Ain't nothing wrong with being with your man, but if you're not taking care of business, you're not securing your future. You're not securing your future. And that's what I love about Olandry. She's securing her future in so many different ways. Like I like how she's not putting herself in a box. Like she's doing speaking engagements, she's doing commercials, she's doing beauty, she doing fashion, she doing skincare, she maximizing everything coming her way. Like Olandry is not playing. That's what I like about her. But it seemed like the other girls are getting a little distracted. I don't know. Amaya, I heard she got a new boyfriend. Has she been posting? Let me see. Okay, she's still working. Amaya's still working. Okay. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. I know a lot of people were giving Shelly a hard time with her Shea Moisture ad, but yeah, everything does not have to be perfection with black women. Okay, can black women make money and it be soft? She did a flexi rod roller set. It didn't turn out the best, but can we because I be seeing Olandria's hair stuff like her. I don't know which one. What did Olandria do? She did something, and she had a wig on, and she like roughed up her wig. And I'm like, you know what? Go ahead, girl. Go ahead, get that money, girl. And I'm a support it, even though I'm not. I'm probably not gonna buy the product, but I'm a support with the engagement because Olandria be doing that shit too. Hold on. Yeah, here it is. Amika. She used it for her wig. Look, I was cracking up. Okay, so that was Olandria, right? She's using a hair product on her weave, which a lot of black women are like, I don't know how I feel about that. But then y'all were mad at Shelly. I like I'm a support regardless. I don't care really. I don't know. And then we're not about to sit up. And then really, it doesn't even give that the product wasn't good. It just gave that maybe Shelly was in a rush, and maybe she didn't stay under the dryer long enough. Like that's a black woman experience though. Like if we're gonna have black women represent us, can they represent us in a real way? So okay, that's what it looks like if you were to be in a rush and you didn't sit under the dryer long enough and you use Shea Moisture. Does everything have to be perfection with us? Like I'm like, can we breathe a little bit? What? People felt like the wig was giving anti-blackness? Oh my God. That's why I'm like, the girls can't win regardless. My goodness. I supported both of them. I was like, okay, soft wig, hard wig, soft life. Okay. And then Shelly, natural hair in a rush, trying to get out the door. It's real. Like, that's a real black woman experience. Do we not like ourselves when we don't see ourselves in the image of perfection? I think that's a conversation we need to have. It's like we get triggered when we're looking at a mirror of another black woman and it's reflecting back to us, and because it's not in the realm of perfection, we get triggered really bad. Oh, Shea Moisture changed their products? Not shocked by that. I don't be keeping up with them like that. Ooh, girl, no. See, I think that's the situation with Clark too. Like, Clark doesn't want to outshine Taylor. That's crazy, y'all. I don't know. I'm not trying to get back into that. I'm really trying to get off the train of Love Island for real. But I can see that. I also see that with Clark too. She don't want to she don't want to outshine Taylor. So maybe that's what it is. I don't know. That sucks though. Um we need to work on that. We need to work on that. I need black women to work on your value and your worth is, you're not only just valuable when you're in perfection. You're valuable in your natural state. You're valuable when you're having a bad day. You're valuable when you're having a rough hair day. You're valuable when your nails are not done, sis. You're worthy when your nails are not done. You're worthy if your skin breaks out, you have hyperpigmentation, you gain 30 pounds. You're still worthy, you're still valuable. I need black women to start thinking like that, because the shame, I feel like it's shame that women feel when they see another woman that's not exhibiting perfection, and that's you projecting on that woman, and now you're making her carry your insecurities on her back, and that's not fair, and we shouldn't do that to other black women. That's what I'm getting at. Yeah, 2026 I'm leaving. In 2025, I'm leaving Love Island, P. Diddy. I don't want to talk about Diddy no more. Okay. We know the man is sick. He's a demon. What else do I want to leave behind? I really want to leave behind these story times of these women being desperate. Now, if it's a different type of story time, okay, I'll sit and listen. But the story times about women being desperate, it's getting to a point where I feel like I'm not as empathetic as I could be because I'm consuming too much of that content. And I feel like I could exercise being more empathetic and more compassionate, but those story times, it's just like I get so irritated now. And I didn't used to be like that. Like, I used to be very patient, very understanding, very compassionate, and just wanting to understand the woman's point of view. But it's just, I done heard so many stories now. It's just like, I'm tired. I'm tired. It's the same, and then it's the same thing. It's the same outcome. It's the same situation. You heard one story, you heard them all. I just want to hear something different. I just want to hear something different. So, have y'all been keeping up with Candace Owens? Have y'all been keeping up with? Oh my God, I talked about this in my membership only video, but I talked about how um, Kash Patel, the head of FBI, came out on the news and said that they're doing witchcraft in Washington, D.C. And I want to do a deep dive about that. I want to do a conspiracy theory video about that, because then we can talk about cannibalism, because I've been wanting to talk about cannibalism. Is it shocking that Washington, D.C. is doing witchcraft? Not for me. Not for me. Not for me at all. And in my Discord, people keep talking about, what is witchcraft? Witchcraft is manipulation. That's all it is. That's all it is. That's all it is. Root work, okay, which can be found in voodoo and hoodoo, is healing. Okay, it's known to heal. It's not known to deceive and to manipulate. But people do not know the difference. So the food that you're eating, witchcraft. The drugs that you're taking, witchcraft. Because the drugs that you take and consume are not to heal you. It is to mask your symptoms, to manipulate not only you, but your body, your health. Herbalism, you know, the things that they demonize, herbalism, in those botanical shops and things like that. Herbalism is to heal. It's not to mask your symptoms. That is what it's for. So if you want to know what is witchcraft and what is not witchcraft, it's manipulation, it's deceiving, it's people trying to use witchcraft to control, to deceive, to oppress. I wonder who did that. I wonder who did that. I wonder who did that. Who was out here doing that? The witchcraft is all up in your face. So when the FBI, the head of FBI came on and said that, I'm like, this isn't shocking. I'm just glad that y'all being honest about it now. That's all. Because the gaslighting and people feeling like they're crazy and they're going crazy because of the manipulation they're trying to fight psychologically and spiritually is a lot for a person to deal with. So I'm glad that y'all are coming out and y'all are letting us know what the fuck that y'all are actually out here doing. Are you really depressed or is it witchcraft? Are you really sad or is it witchcraft? Is it the food that you're consuming? Because apparently the very herbs that we were given that were created by God are demonic. But whatever they're doing in those laboratories, whatever they're doing in those meat factories, whatever they're doing with just the food we consume, anything that we really consume, even the water we drink, even the chemicals that they spraying in the sky at night, because I be seeing it. That's not considered to be witchcraft though. But anything that naturally comes from this earth is, and they demonize it. You need to start asking yourself why. But I'm glad they came out. The head of FBI came out and said that, and I wonder what made them say it. I wonder what made them finally come out and say that to the public like that. And why is no one talking about that? And if you don't think that they're doing witchcraft, explain to me why people are not angry. Like everybody is just walking around going through the motions and no one is really like doing nothing about it. And I'm like, the hell? Like they're reclassifying degrees. They're deporting people. They are trying to take away health care, government assistance. Why are people not upset? And you want me to believe that Washington D.C. is not doing some type of witchcraft on people, on us, as a collective? They doing something. People are just moping around, going through the motions. They'll complain, but they'll still go up and go to work the next day and fight another day. I need someone to explain that. Ooh, AI is really alien technology. Like, come on now. Ooh, I can see that too. I don't know. And then the reason why they are holding those Epstein files, I'm going to tell y'all this until I'm dead. The reason why they're holding those Epstein files is not because of the PD file. It's not because of that. It's the cannibalism. Listen to me when I say this. That's why I want to do a video about this. It is the cannibalism that's in the Epstein files. Okay? They don't care about pedophiles being exposed. They care about that because then that links back to most likely the witchcraft that they're doing in Washington, D.C. It links back to the rituals that they participate in. So they'll throw the pedophiles out here and expose that. But that is something that they do not want to be exposed. It is concealed. And I believe that when that man got up there on the news, which is Legacy News, which is a credible news outlet, the head of FBI, and said that Washington, D.C., because you gotta give all the details because people are like, you're lying. And I'm like, it's literally out there. That man went on the news and said that. So I wonder why they said, and you know what? When I watched the clip, it didn't come across like, oops, this was a slip up. It didn't come across like that. So this wasn't even like a slip up type situation. He just said it. And I'm like, What the hell is going on in the world, y'all? Are people okay? Because I'm gonna start checking in with y'all. Are y'all okay? Because this is a lot. Especially if you've been in the dark for a while and like you haven't really been, you know, peeping the stuff that's been going on. And now it's like all happening to you at once. It's hitting you at once. It would cause a lot of mental conflict if I were you. So I'm gonna ask y'all, are y'all okay? Are you good? Because this is a lot. This year has been crazy as hell. It's been crazy. And then people were complaining about something that is going on, I think within the medical industry with insurance and stuff like that. And I'm like, did y'all not read Project 25? Because it's all of it's in there. All of it. Then again, back to Candace Owens. Are y'all seeing what's going on with Candace Owens and Erica Kirk? We need to go back and swing back around to that because she's finally speaking out. And I don't know what it is about this lady, but this lady just reeks of bullshit. Erica Kirk, it's just something about her that doesn't seem like, you know, when someone is obviously being vulnerable, emotional, and transparent, it touches your spirit, right? Like it touches you in a way that could move you, like emotionally yourself. I don't get that from her. And it's so bad that I'm thirsty for it. Like when she speaks, I'm literally thirsting for that energy to hit me so I can feel some type of empathy or compassion, but it never comes. And I'm not a faker. I'm not faking it. Like I need to feel it. It's like every time she speaks, it's like a performance. It's like rehearsed. And then she hides behind being a mother and having kids. And it's just like, why am I not feeling the and if you know you're a person that is like you're empathetic to people, the first thing you do is you feel them before you may hear them out fully or you may see their truth clearly. You feel them first. I'm not experiencing that. Like I'm not experiencing that with Erica. And I've been waiting. Like I literally have been waiting to feel something. And I haven't. And I told y'all that. I told y'all when the situation happened when he was unalived. And I'm like, I don't feel anything. I don't. And that was just me being raw and honest in that moment. But I was thinking maybe it's because I don't feel anything yet. But I do plan to feel something soon or eventually. And it never came. And then the way I'm watching Candace Owens, I'm like, is the man even dead? Is the man even dead? Do they have that man locked up in the basement somewhere in a foreign country and we just don't know about it? Like, I have so many questions. I have so many questions. Or did they really unalive her husband? I don't even know anymore. I don't even know. The whole thing is strange. And anyone that doesn't think it's strange, you're not thinking for yourself, and that's scaring me even more. Because you need to be thinking for yourself. Something about it is just very strange. Then it's coming out that did they say Egyptian planes? Did Candace Owens, I gotta go back and watch it. Did she say, because I was half asleep, like watching this, and I'm like, did she say Egyptian planes followed Erica Kirk around? Did I hear that correctly? Is that what she said? Did y'all watch the recent video? Is that what she said? Oh my God, Nicki Minaj. Oh my God. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even want to talk about Nicki Minaj. She really disappointed me. I ain't even gonna lie. It ain't even funny. It's not even entertaining. Nicki Minaj really disappointed me because she was always the pillar for female rap, but the intellectual female rap. She mixed intellectual with creativity within her female rap. She prided herself on being educated. And it's just like, what happened? What happened? She was encouraging the girls to go to school. Like, what happened? Oh, yeah. Definitely look into it because there's so much going on. I can't keep up with everything. I can't keep up. But I'm not gonna lie, I gotta swing back around to the Erica Kirk situation because I've been waiting to feel something for this lady and I just don't feel nothing. I've been waiting to feel something regarding this man's passing and I still don't feel anything. And then what's making it worse is, all of these theories and conspiracies are coming out and I'm like, is this why I'm not feeling anything? I can be cold-hearted when I'm angry, but eventually I come back around. Like I come around to, okay, I can't be just completely exempt from humanity, like believing in humanity, believing in purpose, in life, in love, in peace. Like, so I've been waiting to feel something. I'm like, I'm not feeling anything, and that's really bothering me because I'm like, am I desensitized? But I'm like, I don't think I'm desensitized. So I've been waiting to really feel something. And I'm like, am I not feeling something because this whole thing is a hoax? Or am I not feeling something because I am desensitized? I'm trying to work that out emotionally within myself. So I don't know. The whole thing is strange. You think so? Yeah, I read into her parents. Parents have a very interesting background. They've worked with foreign countries for technology, and the technology that they're into is surveillance. She comes from a family, her parents own a business where they work for foreign countries, technology for surveillance. That's very weird to me. Like everything around this situation, her childhood, her upbringing, from how she knew Trump, like it's all just so weird to me. It's just very strange. I don't know. I'm concerned about Candace, but at the same time, Candace is not going back down. So it's just gonna be interesting how all of this goes. I've been live for about 2 hours. Let me go, y'all. I need to run, but y'all enjoy the rest of y'all's day. Please support the Diddy video, okay? Because it was created to highlight the women. I had to explain how this isn't new and that this is a pattern to get to the women. But the whole purpose and reason behind me creating my P Diddy video was to highlight the contradiction about how all of these men being scared as fuck, being uncomfortable, feeling violated, and then the women who he abused are not victims. I need someone to make that make sense. So if you could share that video, I would really appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. And I'm going to make that poll on my community tab so that you can tell me what you want next on Patreon. And then we'll just go from there. Okay? Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all's day.